My name is Megan Weaver, and this is my Stakeholders Presentation for SED 553. I chose the Bullying Committee. I chose the issue of bullying based off of some research I did that gave insight as to how detrimental bullying is and is still growing to be in schools. School bullying statistics in the United States show that 1 in 4 kids in the U.S. are bullied on a regular basis. Bullying is becoming more and more frequent among today's youth in locations like school and online. Students who bully others, are bullied, or witness bullying are more likely to report high levels of suicide-related behavior than students who report no involvement in bullying. Students victimized by their peers were 2.4 times more likely to report suicidal ideation and 3.3 times more likely to report a suicide attempt than youth who reported not being bullied at all. My home campus has had 4 suicides due to bullying since I began teaching there in 2013, 3 of which all took place within 1 school year. Part 1. Stakeholders. The first stakeholder that would be selected onto the bullying committee to reduce and seize the act of bullying in schools would be the superintendent. The superintendent is viewed as the boss of the school district. The superintendent holds the responsibility of implementing the decisions made by the school board and also is responsible for making important decisions such as spending, staff programs to better the district, community outreach programs, and supervising principals and staff in the district. If a new implementation is needed to be made, making the superintendent a stakeholder would provide the opportunity to get the outside community and other campuses involved rather than just the school I'm focusing on. The next stakeholder would be principals and assistant principals. The principal must be involved in order for a committee to be formed. According to the Wallace Foundation, the key responsibilities of a school principal include shaping a vision of success for all students, creating a climate hospitable to education, cultivating leadership in others, improving school leadership, and more. If a principal is working towards these responsibilities, he or she would be an ideal and beneficial fit for a committee to prevent bullying. Assistant principals adapt the role of the disciplinarian. Bullying, especially in secondary schools, should conjunct with the punishment in order to prevent the situation from occurring again. Assistant principals taking a stakeholder role within this committee will also provide the opportunity to set an example by assigning consequences to prevent other students from participating in acts of bullying. Next would be counselors. Counselors provide valuable assistance and advice to students. They play a major role in helping students with personal and social development and ensure that they are preparing themselves to be valuable members of society after they finish high school. Because of this, counselors would be valuable stakeholders for 2 reasons. 1. They work as a team to prevent bullying and do so by educating teachers and students of the effects and outcomes of bullying in schools. 2. They have the capability of conversating with students who do participate in bullying and preventing those students from continuing that behavior. Counselors are also the first individuals who are to be notified if a student is suffering from bullying and a teacher, staff member, or student notices. They are vital stakeholders for a bullying committee. Then would be teachers. Teachers of all grade levels are the eyes and ears of the building. They spend the most time with students, hear the most student conversations, both inside and outside of the classroom, and form the closest relationships with the students. Teachers are for the most part trained on bullying in school and have the capability of stopping a situation whether in class or out of class before it occurs. Teachers are also the adults in the building who spend the most time with students. Therefore, they are capable of spreading messages and insight to their students to prevent bullying from occurring. Many students view their teachers as mentors and role models, so messages delivered by teachers over any other adult are more likely to be more efficient, making them key stakeholders for the committee. Then would be parents. It is vital that parents are aware of any committee placed in their child's school in order for them to be aware and responsible for implementing the same guidelines the committee has set in place at school in their child's home. When students are hearing the importance of a topic such as bullying inside of school from adults as well as outside of school from their parent, they are more likely to adapt to that principle being preached. In addition, parents are part of the community, giving them the opportunity to spread the message to parents of students who attend other schools to better the district, making them essential stakeholders in the committee. Part 2. Plans for communication. Questionnaires. Before any face-to-face or community meetings occur, questionnaires should be filled out by students in order to get a consensus on how prevalent acts of bullying are on that specific campus. The questionnaires will of course be anonymous and give students opportunities to express how they feel or experience they've encountered in regards to bullying. This will then set the framework for the work the committee needs to do in order to prevent and eventually stop bullying in schools. Face-to-face campus meetings. Face-to-face campus meetings should occur with all stakeholders present, minus the superintendent, at least twice a month. Bullying is a monumental occurrence in schools that is leading to suicides and detrimental outcomes that need to be addressed. The importance of face-to-face meetings includes the opportunity for all stakeholders to collaborate and discuss ideas to implement in order to prevent bullying. The first face-to-face meeting should include the presence of the superintendent in order to go over initial outcomes that are hoped to be achieved throughout the course of the committee. The following monthly meeting should be held with all campus stakeholders present. These meetings serve the purpose of observing improvements, collaboration, and strategies to prevent bullying incidents from occurring. The principal, assistant principals, counselors, and teachers should all be on the same page in regards to handling bullying situations. Community meetings. As stated in the stakeholder section, it is vital that parents are informed and aware of what the committee is trying to accomplish in order to make their children and other individuals in the community collaborate in regards to working towards a common goal. These meetings should not be of as regular occurrence as the face-to-face campus meetings, but should meet at least 3 times throughout the school year. An initial meeting would be held to give parents and community members the opportunity to give their own personal input on how the stopping of bullying in schools should be conquered. Part 3. Disseminating information to the school community. Teacher Staff Development Day. Teachers and staff will be required to attend a staff development day on campus prior to the school year beginning. The purpose of this meeting would be to inform teachers and staff the mass effect that bullying has on students in school. This would be a meeting that could include statistics on how often bullying occurs, numbers of suicides that are outcomes due to bullying, etc., etc. Newsletters. A newsletter will be sent out to parents and community members informing them of the same statistics and importance of bullying and its effects on school campuses. Email. After the first stakeholder meeting occurs, an email would be written that includes stakeholder names, plans of action, and what you can do to help prevent bullying in schools.